Namaste. You have had a terrific workout for the day, but post-workout you stepped onto that weighing scale only to be left feeling deflated by the number that was staring back at you. We have all been there. I'm sure you have had this experience sometime or the other in life. Now I'm going to tell you why it's time to ditch that scale once and for all. Our topic is trash the weighing scale. There have been loads of situations that I've pleaded with my girls to get off that weighing scale and toss it into trash, and trust me, in most cases I've got them to do it as well. In my journey as a wellness coach, to be even precise, as a women's wellness coach, I've seen tons of girls breaking down right after they got off the weighing scales. I've seen a lot of them right in front of all of the people while they were checking their weight, because weight is not just a number for the girls, especially the ones who suffer from fat gain due to hormonal concerns, their fertility issues, post-pregnancy, pre-pregnancy weight, and I've seen that scale literally control them big time. And I've seen that the number on the weighing scale has not just been a number like it is supposed to be, it's literally an emotion. If the scale tips a little to the right, it breaks their day. If it tips a little to the left, it makes their day. And girls, I tell you, it's time to trash the weighing scale, and I'll give you reasons why, and I'll also give you good measures to check your fat loss progress or fitness progress instead of just looking at the weighing scale. So to start with, let's chat about some general variables that influence the number on the scale, and those parameters that can change every day, in fact every hour. So variable number one, what you ate or drank for that day. All the food and water you eat obviously has weight to them, and for instance, if you take a glass of water which is 8 ounces, approximately 300 ml, it obviously will add that 300 ml to you, and even eating a salad will affect the weight since vegetables are heavier than air. So so that is one factor that affects your weight gain every day and every hour, and that affects the number on the scale every day and every hour. And variable number two, it's about how much sodium you have had today. Consuming salt will make you retain water, and the more water you are holding, the more you will weigh. Variable number three, your carbohydrates. If you ate any carbs, speaking of water weight, eating carbs can make you hold on to water, because if there are refined carbohydrates in particular, like bread and pasta, they cause a high insulin response in your bodies. When insulin is high, you hold on to more sodium naturally, meaning more water, which is why people often lose a lot of water weight when following a low carb or a ketogenic diet. Additionally, your carbs are stored in your muscles as glycogen, and what's attached with glycogen? Water again. Variable number four, which affects women exclusively, is about the time of the month. So around your menstrual cycle, you naturally retain more water, and obviously that adds to the overall body weight. Variable number five, have you been hitting up the bathroom today? I'll just say it, your urine and food in the gut weighs something. You do the math. So obviously that also gives an impact on the number on the weighing scale. So, and the last variable number six, which all these six variables keep changing time to time, hour to hour, day to day. The sixth variable is, when did you work out last? Yes, exercising will cause you to sweat. Obviously you lose a lot of water, but then again that might show a loss in the weight, but then again you also are likely to drink more water in response. This will again impact the weighing scale by tipping it to the right. Now looking at the kind of impact all these variables do on that number on the weighing scale, we should all understand that human body is one incredibly complex piece of machinery. There are things going in, coming out, transforming and dissolving all the time in the body, and as a result your weight can fluctuate wildly over a course of 24 to 48 hours of period by 1 to 3 kilos. Yet why is your excitement unparalleled when you get onto that dreaded scale and see those kilos melt away? Because when you see the weight loss on the scale, you obviously feel the fat loss. But then again, I should break it to you that weight loss is not necessarily fat loss. Check out these pictures. These are the two pictures of the same girl who's weighing more in one picture and lesser in the other picture. But she looks leaner and more toned in the picture that she's weighing heavy. Irrespective of the body weight, in her pictures, if you see, it's clearly visible that she looks more toned and strong from the picture where she weighs more. So what's with this? It's simple. Your muscle weighs more than fat. Let's have an anatomical understanding of muscle and fat. Look at those pictures of the muscle and fat. If you look at the pictures, the muscle and fat weigh 5 pounds each, but then fat occupies more room than the lean muscle. Obviously it is the same in your body as well, because fat is more in volume than muscle. Like for example, if you take a kilo of cotton and a kilo of iron, cotton might use up more volume than that kilo of iron, and obviously it's exactly the same in your body as well. Say for 2 weeks you have had a good lifestyle, a decent physical activity, and you have had a healthy diet, and you slept well, you build muscle and lose fat. Since you lose fat, you go down by your inches, as we spoke about it. Muscle occupies lesser volume and fat occupies more volume, and since you lose fat, you go down by your inches and your body looks more toned. But what's happening to your weight here? In this process, your weight might go down slightly or remain the same, or maybe go slightly up as well. This is the reason you experience your dresses fitting loose, because you have gained in the muscle and you have lost in the fat. And as soon as you start to work out, you see these changes, that your dresses fit loose. Your friends keep telling you that you have gone down on your weight, but then again your weighing scale speaks to you differently. And that is one and the most important reason that if you do it right, you generally tend to lose inches slightly, and then you either gain weight or you lose weight, or it remains the same. Now that you understand the anatomy of muscle and fat and how it works in your body based on the physical activity, your sleep and the intake of food that you go with, you also should understand when you're doing it wrong. You start to go on a low diet and very little or maybe no physical activity, and you see the weight loss from there. That weight loss is water loss and muscle loss, but not necessarily fat loss, or maybe not at all fat loss, because of the way you are going with your weight loss. It is in the wrong way. That what I'm going to tell you now would surely terrify you, because most of you, in my experience, have been there before you did the right thing. Check this out. If you've lost weight, that is, your weighing scale is showing a loss in the number, but you have developed a sagging and a dry skin, you started to lose your hair, and your nails got brittle, and you started getting those under eye dark circles, and you feel softer and weaker than before. Also, your hunger signals, you hardly feel hungry. All this is not a good thing at all, because all are some of these signs of your body are the signs of you losing muscle and not fat when you're losing weight. You regain your lost weight really quick as soon as you stop your diet plan or your wellness regime or your weight loss massages, because you constantly weigh yourself eating that ice cream, dessert and even light snacks, because all this become a guilt trip for you. If you're doing it wrong, your body speaks much more louder than the weighing scale. We spoke about all the parameters that your body shows up when you do it wrong. Although the weighing scale shows a dip in the number, you are losing your muscle than you are losing your fat, which is a wrong thing. So now that you know, you cannot depend too much on the number on the weighing scale. Here are some measuring guidelines for you. This is the way you can measure your wellness, fitness and fat loss parameters in a more accurate way. So measure number 1, subjective questions. Examine those hard to quantify but important aspects of your health and wellness with questions like, how do you feel? Are you energetic? You feel upbeat, or you feel tired and sluggish? Because this is the best measure and we call these non-scale victories. Measure number 2, how your clothes fit. Measure number 3, your progress pictures. You can learn a lot from your selfies. Take the pictures without posing or flexing from the front, sides and the back. Do it in a place where the lighting is consistent. You can get the same look the next time too when you shoot. That's the advantage. Also the short angle, the distance between you and the camera. New pictures once in every 2 weeks. Hang on to these pictures to look at what changes. Measure number 4, your body circumference. Get a body tape and measure. Check out the body measurement guidelines that we have given you in this video, and how many spots you want to measure are up to you. Record all these numbers. Check them again every 2 to 3 weeks. Remember, every 2 to 3 weeks and not every day. If you are getting these measurements to be done by any other the other person, I recommend having the same person to measure you, and take a note of how you stand, your spine straight, your chest up, your tummy tucked in, and stay easy on your shoulders. Also, it has to be, these measurements have to be the same time of the day, preferably the first thing in the morning, and simply put, everything has to be the same each time. And make sure you avoid measuring your waistline around your chums. And measure number 5, it's your weight. Yes, you should record this number as well, but it's just one piece of data. It's not the be all end all, because losing weight is just one measure of the progress and success, provided you're losing the fat mass and not the muscle mass. And most importantly, do not check it every day. It's the most dangerous way to feel about yourself, and do it once in 2 weeks at the most, or maybe 3 weeks. Apart from the above list of indicators, the improved medical reports from the doctors, they would give you an accurate measure because they don't fluctuate nearly as much on a daily basis as your weighing scale does, or the number on the weighing scale does. And remember, conscious lifestyle changes and your food is much more important than that specific number on the scale. Namaste. Check out my other videos on the facts about calories and BMI, how to know the accurate ways that would help you determine your fat loss, fitness and health with much better accuracy. And for more such videos and other fitness content, subscribe to our channel, Wow Fitness.